Hey guys, Alex here, and as you see, I'm playing 500 Days Marvel Strike Force. And today we're gonna take a look at my roster. So the skirts for Nova is very near, so I'm building Masters of Evil right now. That's the two of them that I don't have yet to G14. Kang, as you see, is very high build. I've also have built a X Factor. I'm just waiting for Polaris. I'm farm every day her shards so I can take her to 7 shards, and also this way getting the 7-star Adam Warlock, even though he's not the best legendary anymore in the game by far. I'm also building Quicksilver. I've delayed a little bit building him because there was the Invader event, and I quickly brought every invader up to gear 15, and now they're almost at the level I want them. I'm very close to farming the Kree minions so I can get the seventh star on Nick Fury. What is Kree? So Green Noble is almost there. Basically, I'm very close for the 7-star in for Nick Fury. I maybe put another T4 or a star at some point on them, and I think they will be, and also the 6 red when I get the opportunity for Nick Fury. I'm gonna put, and I think they're gonna be great in raids for a long time to come. And I'm building Quicksilver right after I'm bringing those two, Absorbing One and Moonstone, to gear 14. Maybe I'm gonna put another T4 in the team before the Scourge. I have my Kang very big, and this works amazing in Cosmic Crucible. I don't necessarily need the team to be very huge. Quicksilver is definitely on the list. It's good that I will have an XSR on him when I build him a bit up, so he's gonna be, I hope I get to do a lot of stuff with him in the Scourge, but I think he's going to be a great character. Otherwise, if you see here, let's sort with the teams by, so my biggest characters are these, but let's go after game modes. So not really touching on Blitz, I'm just gonna scroll through. Some teams are like here with Undying are a bit more complex, or here with Dormammu carrying, or with Doom carrying, but generally there are normal cookie cutter teams, or here the 3-piece carrying, Ultron with Ghost carrying the rest. I have some of those, but as you see, I have very few Blitz squads saved. I was blitzing a lot in the first 6 years playing the game, 6 months, no, the first 6 months playing the game, but after that after 1 year plus, I'm very bored of Blitz, and I think it also was nerfed in the priority of game modes. It's not giving very good rewards, even though now it was Agatha very recent, and I got the 7th yellow star on her. Tower, I don't have built. Let's go for 8. So my Mystic Grade team is this. Is usually they can. We are doing Doom 3.4 right now. 30, sometimes 60%. We haven't gotten close to 100%, so we can aim for 30% in 3.5. But in 3.4 they can steam the first 2 nodes, and most of the time I can get through the boss node by using this team one shot without a heal, but sometimes, depending on which cooldowns they have, or like a Miss Marvel taunt, which this is annoying, and more importantly, how's the other? Black Bolt. Burps can delete one of those characters, and then you are in a very bad spot. One of your Eternals, for example, or Death Wish is very low, and Gambit can create problems. But generally, they are very good. Death Seed, usually they can sim. I usually play manually the boss node. Like maybe 5% of the time they lose, and then I have the second team ready to go, which is actually a very strong team everywhere. But in raids, particularly, we're talking about, I think they're amazing. They can even do amazing cleanups, and I think they can do like solo lanes. I haven't tried doing all three of them. Now invaders, I'm now in the process of trying to sim. I'm not sure how well they will do. I want to have at least Manic Fury a little bit bigger and see if maybe I put some more investment in a couple more characters, at least some T4s. And I have the cleanup team that I used to use up to kinda recently, with Nick Fury in there, but now that he's in Invaders, we have like Maria again. We also have like Gamora and some characters that can, or Zemo, that can do some stuff like a cleanup or something like this, but I don't think I will, if my Invaders go like 50,000 higher, I think they will be doing solo everything. I won't need any other skill team. Web Warriors do great in the first node of Bio, and then my huge Gamma does the second node. If I'm lucky, they end up somewhat healthy to do the third node. More often, Red Hulk only like maybe 10% of the time I lose in the second node, but usually like 60% of the time I have Red Hulk and maybe Hulk or something like this alive at the end. And depending, maybe if I'm lucky, I have 3 or 4 characters and I heal the rest. Or somebody else attacks and I clean up with a hybrid with Red Hulk and Web Warriors, and they usually end up very healthy leaving the first node. But I replace Spider Punk. He's not really great. I really hate the idea of building invaders. And for tech, I'm using Bionic Avengers. It's my last node, so my Bionic Avengers are usually doing the first couple of nodes, and then the next team that you see here is cleaning up or attempting to do the boss node. If I'm lucky, they can do like even all 3 nodes, or lose the boss, but it's very easy to clean up with the next team. Kang is amazing actually. If you pair him with Doom, sometimes I think the second team is stronger than Bionic Avengers for tech raids, even though no one of those characters have any buffs regarding tech. I'm reluctant on building up higher my Bionic Avengers because there are many rumors that they are the first red team, or together with Mystic, that they're going to be replaced. In Arena, basically I'm only using like the last team on offense and the previous team with Cable on defense. These teams here I'm not really using anymore. I should probably delete them. War offense, the first team is for a Gamma Mirror. The second team I'm never really using, but I think it's best to use Gamma like this if it's not for a mirror match. Then you have the hybrid with Undying and Tangle Web. They're amazing. And also like Unlimited X-Men with Apocalypse can beat Gamma. Also, this team can beat Gamma. But I, because I don't have the new Warriors build, I think it's a very efficient use of my Silver Surf and my Death Pool. I'm not really proficient in this matchup, but I have this worked in like small punch downs in War, and you have Death Seed, Infinity Watch. Now because I have the team here, I'm not really using Doom, and also my talents are bigger, so I'm not really using this team anymore. It was like for a big punch up in a Young Avengers or a Heroes Guardians, something like this. Might use someone else, like, I don't know, Cable. I haven't used in a long time, but I used to use Cable here, or Deathpool, any strong character that you have laying around. It's not really important. Icarus does most of the lifting. Then you have Secret Avengers Castle, a great offense team, Bionic Avengers. I'm kind of considering putting them on defense. Weapon X, they're amazing. I'm almost never using the full Master of Evil team in War. Then you have the Dark Hunters for countering Heroes of Hire. I'm kinda started to build the Underworld team. They can do great punch ups in teams that are not the most meta. I think with some investment in my Taskmaster, they can do a bit better. But like teams like Darkhold are very high built, and since we have the Nowhere team, I don't know how good of an investment they are. I'm been farming every character of them, so I can put the 7th star of them on them eventually, at least the yellow one. And from then I'm not really using into many matchups, like War Dogs. Sometimes they're good. I'm not really using the last two teams because now we go like 14 and 15th attack, so I'm usually doing like 13. Cosmic Crucible now is a very weird. I'm also gonna show my defenses later in every one of them. Like now it's a weird because it's a 32-person tournament. So the first team usually I use Apocalypse. I used to use Apocalypse instead of Scarlet Witch and to beat Tangleweb Eternals. Second team is more my plug and play characters to beat like a second strong team. Maybe I replace like Dormammu or Deathpool or Doom in there. That's it for the mirror match and many others. Infinity Watch amazing, now have them on defense in a 32-person tournament. Master of Evil amazing, even like Weapon X are doing great for me. And then Secret Avengers Castle usually I use like Dormammu in there with Nick Fury to beat Unlimited X-Men. Let's show my defenses a little bit. Now it's the 32-person tournament, so I am not really have tested this. These were more like my ideas and some ideas I show somewhere else. I'm trying some stuff, so it's very fun for now, but it's not a recommendation. These sims are just a case example of what I'm using in the 32-person tournament, and if you're watching this video later with different rules, take this in mind. So we just started War, but this is my defense right now. I'm gonna spend more time at the end and we go backwards, like Darkhold are great. I'm more offensive in my war attacks and usually I end up getting the MVP. Web Warriors not so great, but also not good in offense. Young Avengers are good, but not huge for the level I'm at. Black Order sometimes get a win. There's other Astonishing X-Men team. The Heroes for Hire are good. They're getting even now they're getting defensive wins. Number 3 is Trash. Number 2 are getting so much defensive wins. They're amazing. But I don't really think they're a great option to build up any higher than that. Number 1 is also getting people of guard because Phoenix is dying very soon, and then because it doesn't even have her passive, Magic summons a Phoenix based on Magic's stats, so you have a bigger team that it shows here. Let's show my saved squads before we finish. How the biggest teams I have are like Gamma, they're great. Maybe I will stop investing on them soon because they are a better war team is probably coming. And Darkhold are amazing. I built them so high for Arena. I always prioritize Arena. Unlimited X-Men for Apocalypse. I hate Phantom X, I hate him. The next team is amazing actually, it's bigger now because Dormammu went to Eyes of 4. Amazing team. It even beats Gamma in War. Eternals, amazing. I love my Eternals. That's it. 4 raids and 4 unlucky Apocalypse. As you see, I'm kinda disappointed in Archangel because he's level 85. G16, everyone else is like G17, every other horseman, and level 95, and they're using Arena. Archangel is not. Infinity Watch, I love Infinity Watch. Web Warriors, I'm disappointed they replaced them so soon after forcing us to build them for skirts, so I'm avoiding building Rebirth by all costs, by all means. I hope I don't build them at all and build the next team, because I hate that they have to make us change so quickly the bio rates, and I think that they made the Rebirth not great, and we're gonna have a next raid bio team soon. So if the next raids have bio at the end, I'm gonna take this lane and do whatever I can with Web Warriors and Gamma. There needs to be like a huge reward system to make me build Rebirth, and I will do it so very hesitantly. Case in point, let's go Rebirth. Okay, next one, Bionic Avengers. Cool, but I will hate the idea if they replace them in the next 3 months. Maybe later it will be better. Where are we here? Let's go. Weapon X, I really like them. This team was like a war defense team. I died because I wanted to have some use for those characters because they weren't really used anywhere. Not really great. I would love to play the game when Black Order was the meta, because I really like Thanos, but at least they're somewhat big and I use them in war practice. Young Avengers, such a great team. Masters of Evil. I love Kang. I'm not excited about anyone else. such a great team. The Dark Hunters, the way they crash Hirschfire, amazing. Even before when they came out, because Hirschfire used to be a big headache back then. This team I don't really use anywhere. Sonic X-Men, Hirschfire. I would like to build them a bit more higher up, but very very low priority. Probably will never do. Like maybe put the 7th yellow on Calling Wing and the ISO 5 on Missy Knight and call it a day. Maybe Shang-Chi I would consider, but no, not really. The Heroes Guardians, so many defensive victories in war, but not really great to invest higher than I have. This team needs to go higher here. I haven't tested them anywhere but in raids. Underworld, we'll see. I hope they will prove useful. Maybe if I have some spare resources, I would like to build them up a little bit and then like leave them there, because nowhere team will be better in war probably. This team a good, kind of good core defense. Maybe I'm gonna put like cavalry force on them because I have 0 and abandon them in war defense forever, or until I have so many better teams. We see. Never really was a big fan of war dogs, and they countered them very soon in Cosmic Crucible, so I didn't build them up. This guy also got higher. I used to do Cable here as a raider, but now I have them on defense with Zemo because I'm not really using even the Hydra team. I used to love them, the way they destroyed teams with summons, but now they're not used anywhere, even Zemo. This seemed very meh, the Ravagers for me, like never really learned a great place to use them. They built them up very late in their lifespan because of the skirts. I only had Sala, and after I built like the 3 minions for skirts, I also built Yondu there and kind of abandoned them. Not proved worthy of even this investment. Guardians suck, and I'm super pissed off about this. They should at least put a couple of members of Guardians in the Nowhere team. I think this is trash that they didn't do this. Like, why can't we use Guardians? I love Guardians. Why? Why do they need to be so bad? And they build them up early in the game and never use them. I don't like this. And A-Force proved great in war offense, like for my last attacks when my teams were small, but now I will probably abandon them there. I used to use like characters like Emma Frost or Hela before her rework, but now I don't even know who to use. Like I kinda tried Minerva because I built her up for the BKT Dark Dimension, Pocket Dimension, and I also use her in like a Nice Cosmic Crucible, and like this team. Yes, and that's it pretty much. I'm excited about this team now, the Nowhere team, and probably will invest a lot in them. And New Warriors, I'm not really feeling it. Like I skipped them for so long. Yes, she's amazing, Deathpool, but I don't know. Okay, that's it, guys. See you again later. Bye.